Still a bit warm here in Florida, but really all things considered, a wonderful fall afternoon for football here in Tampa at Raymond James Stadium. Today, two NFC clubs going head-to-head, as it'll be the San Francisco 49ers taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. Kickoff just moments away. Charles, quickly, keys to the game.
For me, it's coaching. Who prepared his team the best going into this one to give them the confidence to believe that they would win the game? That's who's going to come out of this one on top.
Here's the former Florida Gator, Eddie Pinheiro, to get us started. And off we go from Tampa. Nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. Leading them out is the Austin, Texas native at quarterback. It's Baker Mayfield.
And what a career resurgence for Baker Mayfield. He went from being a discarded starter to a Pro Bowl quarterback. And he's coming off a year where he set career highs in passing yards, touchdowns, and completion percentage. But best of all, the ultimate leader for his ball club.
On the first snap, here's Mayfield. He completes it to Evans. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
7 yards there and a first down.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
On first and 10, here's Irvin. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Now Mayfield. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. So 8 yards on the completion there, and it'll leave him with third and a full yard to go.
Brings up third and 1.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Mayfield keeps it himself. And he's going to have a Bucs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That's good for a first down. First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Baker going to give it to Irving. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
To throw, Mayfield. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 27-yard line. Mayfield showing he can be fleet of foot, picking up the first down.
I can't be sure how much of that was planned pre-snap, but it certainly opens up some avenues for their offense. And if he can stay a threat to break off those kind of runs, it'll pull defenders away from coverage and open up some choice throwing lanes for him moving forward.
Mayfield. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. And we're going to stop play here, at least momentarily. It looks like there is a 49er who's in some discomfort. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. A run up the middle with Irving. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. And in for the Buccaneers. Touchdown. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Bucs get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. That was a really good opening drive on a number of fronts. 10 plays, very methodical, set the tone.
So you know right now, if you're on the defensive side of the ball, you're on the sideline saying, okay, what do we have to dial up in order to get off the field a lot faster? Because both sides are out there for 10 plays, but one side comes off energized, and the other side comes off with some questions.
Chase McLaughlin on for the extra point. Gives the Bucs a 7-0 lead. A 10-play drive that time. And it ends with a touchdown for the Bucs. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. And leading them out, their signal caller now in his 4th season in the NFL.
A tough time a season ago, his team missed the playoffs for the first time in his career. But he does remain one of the most efficient quarterbacks in the league. He's completed over 67% of his passes for his career. We know he's efficient. Now he wants to be spectacular and get his team back to the big game.
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
First down, San Francisco.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
Play action. Now Purdy. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jennings. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And it'll be 2nd and a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at their 48-yard line.
McCaffrey running up the middle. Dodges him at the 50. Oh, able to avoid him. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. He'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a first down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
And he'll be taken down at the 34. Logan Hall is there for the stop.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And this is not going to work as planned. He's going to be met and dropped behind the line of scrimmage. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up.
Well, as a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A very important 3rd down conversion right there, because when you're trailing and find yourself this deep in enemy territory, the kicker's not even part of your thought process. You got to make it pay off with 6. Nice connection right there to set up 1st and goal.
From the left side for Pearsall is complete. And we're going to stop play here, at least momentarily. It looks like there is a 49er who's in some discomfort. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. McCaffrey going to be hit and met at the line of scrimmage. They get him down at the 3. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. This is kind of one of those in-between plays here, Charles, on 3rd and goal from the 2 or the 3 in that area. What do you dial up?
Something quick hitting. You don't have the time for something that develops slowly. It's got to be right at them if you're going to run the football. And if you're going to throw it, something quick.
Christian McCaffrey, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the 49ers are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. That's one of those long drives where not only do you score, but you really tire out the defense, too.
That's a great point, because now they've been on the field for a long time. Them going to the bench, trying to make adjustments, trying to figure things out, but they'll do so fatigued.
Eddie Pinheiro now for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the 1st quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So the drive goes 75 yards, 10 plays. And it's finished off by a receiving touchdown from Christian McCaffrey. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And able to get this out to the 25. Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their 2nd drive. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
Mayfield to throw it. Looking middle, and he's got Ibuka. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Straight ahead, it's Irving. Oh, what a juke into space. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. 17 yards on the play and a Buccaneer first down. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. The pass is caught by Cade Otton. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 17 more yards. They had 17 on the previous snap as well.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Mayfield looks to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 7-7, our score after one. Second quarter now in Tampa Bay. It's the Buccaneers in control of the football as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation. Running the toss to Irving. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. Throwing, Mayfield. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
First and goal at the 7-yard line.
And that could be one of those turning point plays in a ball game. A field goal gets you the lead here, but they want to make a statement and get 6 points. And they're certainly going to get that opportunity as they get the conversion and set up 1st and goal.
They'll send the big tight end in motion right. On the handoff, this is Irving. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. Mayfield off the play fake. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Baker Mayfield taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Bucs have taken the lead.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
McLaughlin for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So that one, an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. And it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Their quarterback in this offense heading back out to the field. He was 4-4 on that opening drive, including the touchdown pass, as he'll try again here to duplicate that success, starting with a first down. Now Purdy. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Here's Purdy. Throw left side. McCaffrey's got it. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's second down. The gut, McCaffrey. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher, 3rd and 6.
And that's exactly what offenses try to avoid by using motion and throwing different formations up. They hate when he can draw a bead on the play, get a running start, and make a big play behind the line of scrimmage as he did just there.
Purdy from the gun on third down. And down he goes, a Buccaneers sack. Vita Vea coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
On 4th down, the Niners send out the veteran Thomas Morstead to punt. And he'll get this away into the humid Florida sky. Call it a 45-yard punt, just 2 yards there on the return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, and right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
They'll stay on the ground with Urban. Oh, that's just not fair. And now room to run. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
That's good for a first down.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
First down. First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you can go to a zone blitz scheme, and you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4. They run out of the gun with Irvin. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Sometimes I think these defensive tackles get a little bit of a bum rap. We just see them as big guys that eat up blockers for others to make tackles. Oftentimes they're quicker than they get credit for. And this time he uses quickness to make a play.
Here's Mayfield. Look in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10.
Another Tampa Bay Buccaneers. First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
In motion left, Godwin. Mayfield down. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike Evans, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Buccaneers go up by 2 touchdowns. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game and no signs of slowing down.
McLaughlin now to add the PAT. It's good, and it is now 21-7. So this drive spans 7 plays. And it's Mike Evans who caps it with a touchdown reception. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The 49ers settling in for their next drive. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line. 1st and 10 at their own 24. And he'll start by handing this off to McCaffrey. And they get him down, but now Ford takes it across the 40-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot. 18 yards.
18 on the play. First down, San Francisco.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Purdy will set up to throw it here. It's a shuffle pass, and it's complete. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be second down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Throwing here, Purdy. That's into the hands of Pearson on the right side. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. Back to throw, Purdy. He'll get this underneath to McCaffrey. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll make it second down.
That's a good job there by the corner. And we do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Purdy. Oh, it stays up. Being chased out left. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
Purdy looking to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
Out of the gun, Purdy. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series, because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
Here's 2nd and 10. Purdy from the gun. That's Bourne. Got it on the slant. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd down.
Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. So on 3rd down, a field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So a late 3 there, and that'll help as they head into the break.
Talk about situational football and something they've worked on since the OTAs and mini camps the previous summer. They take care of the ball, get 3 points, knowing they're going to get the ball to start the second half. That's the old 2-for-1 special to finish things off.
Eddie Pinheiro set
4 seconds, all that remain here this first half as the kick gets away. Out of the end zone comes Johnson. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. So halftime straight ahead. It is time to join our good friend Scott Hanson. He's got our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hanson and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the third quarter as we're ready to kick off the second half. Back out to our commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Scott, thank you very much. We are ready to get started here with the second half. The 49ers going to have the football and trailing on the scoreboard as we get back underway on EA Sports. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. And Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half, so make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps, but above all, play your game.
Starting the second half with a run by McCaffrey. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
The more football I watch, the more I want to check and see if teams are going to panic when they're down on the scoreboard. And this team has shown no signs of doing that. A lot of the time, they come out after the half. Things haven't worked so well in the first go-around. They want to throw the football like crazy. But the way to open up throwing the ball is to run it. And they've run it well here to start the second half.
And some space here. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one good for 37 yards.
The timing was absolutely true as he caught it working across the field. Plenty of space for him to roam, but notice how he keeps his head on a swivel, looking for defenders who may crop up out of nowhere. That turned into a big play.
And Jennings will go in motion right. And now a fake on the jet sweep, but instead they'll give it to McCaffrey. And he's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Another run with McCaffrey on second down. And he'll wind up losing yardage here, back at the 21-yard line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes, if you got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Purdy now to throw. Pass caught by Pearsall. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds.
First down.
They've been moving the ball well, but this drive was in danger of stalling out. Fortunately, this is a nice throw here, and they're able to pick up a new set of downs.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. This is McCaffrey on the give. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 10-yard line.
Purdy off the play fake. That's out wide here for Robinson. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. Purdy on the sneak. Just a yard, but that's all they needed. And by the slimmest of margins, it'll be 1st and goal. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Good job there defensively to push him back on 1st down. I'm not sure if this is 4th down territory or not because they can kick the field goal and get it back within a score, but you know that's not what they're thinking right now. A field goal has to be their last option.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. Looking to throw. Purdy. And it's complete. In the end zone. Touchdown, 49ers. Juwan Jennings from 4 yards out. And the Niners have got it back to within a score. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
And now this is right in Kyle Shanahan's wheelhouse. He'll go for 2 here.
The 49ers.
They go with McCaffrey. And he will get into the end zone to cut the lead down to a single point.
Buccaneers 21, 49ers 18.
Well, I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the 2nd half. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that momentum stays in your camp.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And this is going to be incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
Here's Riley Dixon now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line, 1st and 10 at their own 22. They'll try to get the running game going with McCaffrey. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. Hassan Reddick coming through with a stop there and a tackle for loss to boot.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
This one to Bourne, and he's got it. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 23 yards the pickup there.
And a 49er first down.
Brandon, what's even more impressive is that came against double coverage. He gashed them with that reception, even with the extra focus that he drew from the defense.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. Yaya Diaby got in there behind the line and dropped him for a loss on the play. That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. But just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
San Francisco.
3rd and 1, partner. No need to be fancy there. Just use some force and move forward and pick up the 1st down.
Back to the ground on 1st. It's McCaffrey. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Purdy. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 83 yards now for McCaffrey. It's a 1st down.
1st down, 49ers.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
He was brought down by Levante David. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7. at the 19-yard line.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Tampa. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. Operating from the gun. Purdy will get this out right here to McCaffrey. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives them a first and goal.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Back to throw. Purdy. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. So that one a disaster. A big loss there with second down coming up.
Well, his completion percentage continues to rise with that one, but sometimes you want your completion percentage to go down. Maybe you should have thought about throwing that one away.
I was just going to say, it is easier said than done, but that's where you maybe bury it at his feet, make sure he doesn't catch it.
Great call right there. Put it near the receiver, no grounding, nothing like that, but no one gets a chance to pick it off either.
Looking to throw again on second down. Purdy. He's going to drop this underneath for Robinson. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to third and goal. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
It's been a tough go for them. These guys have been driving down the field, but defensively, once they got their backs to the goal line, turned up the pressure, that's going to lead to a fourth down. Well played.
A big one coming for kicker Eddie Pinheiro. From the left hash, a chip shot here. This is up and good from Pinheiro. And in the fourth quarter, this game is tied. They had it first and goal, 3 attempts, couldn't get it in, so they settle for 3.
Yeah, the field tends to shrink a little bit the closer you get to the goal line, doesn't it? It doesn't sound right. It sounds a little counterintuitive, but you run out of space to run the deep routes, so they can just sit on the shorter stuff if you're going to throw it. If you want to run it, there's just not as much space. They end up having to take 3 there.
Now this one setting up for a great finish, all tied in the fourth as the kick's away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Back now comes Tampa Bay. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Now Mayfield and the Bucs come up on 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. And from the shotgun, he'll throw. And that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. Throwing, Mayfield. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Mayfield looks to throw. Open man is Ibuka. And they stop him up short of the first down as they get him at about the 43. That'll give him 8 that time. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's Riley Dixon now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Niners offense and Brock Purdy getting ready for this next possession. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes, and he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Now Purdy. Completes it to Jennings. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Gets this one to Juszczyk. He's going to be out around the 45-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Well, they certainly spread the ball around so far, but they're definitely getting everyone involved now when you're throwing it to the fullback. Just shows how versatile this offense is and how everyone is a threat.
Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. And even 100 yards for him on the ground now on that, his 20th carry of the ball game.
First down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
Here's Purdy. A throw right side here going to be incomplete.
Well, we all know possessions are crucial in a tie game, and let's face it, I really didn't need to tell you that. You already knew it. So when he sees he's got nothing good going, an excellent decision to just send that one to the sideline.
So they'll try to move the ball closer here on 3rd down. A field goal from this spot would be just inside of 60 yards, 59 to be exact. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. There he goes. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
Here's Thomas Morstead now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. Now Mayfield and the Bucs come up on 1st and 10 at the 20. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Mayfield to throw it. Throw right side, taken in by Godwin. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
I think as he began this throw, you saw that the area was congested, but he has a lot of confidence in his arm, and he fits that one in there nicely. They pick up the catch. Not much yardage afterwards.
Now a 3rd and 6. Mayfield. That is caught. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one goes for 24 yards.
I like what I'm seeing from them here. Tie game in the 4th quarter. They understand the situation. They don't need to be in any rush. Go ahead and huddle up and run your offense. That last completion put them in a nice position to take the lead in this game.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. A quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
2nd and 10. Mayfield with it once more. Out route, and the ball is caught by Godwin. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Mayfield now. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
A gain of 15 yards. And a 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Incomplete.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. That will give Irving running right. A nice little juke. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. This is certainly not what this offense wants to see. That's Chris Godwin shaken up following that last play. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. On 1st and 10, here's Irving. And able to work his way down to the 16. Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead, so how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker who can put it through the post, you feel really good about trying to bleed that clock down. In an ideal scenario, your kicker puts it through the post as the clock hits zeros.
Ooh, the juke. And he's going to be out of bounds to stop the clock. And they continue to move a little bit closer toward that potential game-winning field goal.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Now 1st and goal. Once again, it's Irvin. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Second and goal at the 7-yard line.
Now from the 7, here's second and goal. Mayfield to throw. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Third down and goal coming up here. Irvin. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. And now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with just 70 seconds left to go in the game. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This for the lead in the final stages. And his kick is good. And with a little over a minute to play, they have taken the lead. So he waited on the sideline for his first chance in the ball game, and it didn't come until the fourth quarter, but he connects there. A big one to give him the lead.
Boy, you talk about coming in cold. I don't care how many times you kick it into a net. You're not really ready when you go out there and all that beef is coming at you trying to block the kick. Big spot, and he delivers.
After the made field goal, here's McLaughlin back out there to kick it away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The 49ers offense and Christian McCaffrey ready to go once more. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the fourth quarter. Here's first and 10. Here's Purdy. It's complete on the bubble screen. That's Jennings. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage.
Sometimes it's hard to figure, but you can live with incompletions in this situation. You can't live with these short gains that take time off the clock.
You know who loves it? This defense. They'll come up now on second down. Purdy to throw. Got a man right side. It's McCaffrey.
A 5-yard pickup on the play, and it's third down.
This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical third down here. He's got his target. That's complete. And they will get the conversion on third down, but the clock, a more pressing factor.
First down, San Francisco.
A fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Bucs are winners here as we say so long from Tampa.